All right, everybody, so way late again, of course, but this is my video game pickups for last month was August. And I don't know if I'm gonna put it in the thumbnail or how I'm gonna make it, but this was my worst month of the year. If not, I don't know, maybe since I've been doing the channel of pickups. It was a busy month. I really wasn't looking for a lot. Do we have Amazon Prime Days or whatever they call it? Was that last month? I can't even remember, but there was not really like a lot of great deals. I didn't see video game sales. I didn't have time to go out game hunting. Not that that really exists anymore for me, but yeah, not a super productive month. And then the other reason, which, you know, kind of my big motivating factor to not spend more money on games last month is this month, which I'm super excited about. I'm actually gonna go out with some other YouTubers and we're gonna go game hunting in Chicago, and it should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. But I wanted to save up a little extra money because I wanted to have, you know, as much cash as possible. I want to try to do my whole month of September on that day when we go out. I'm not shopping for games as much as I can before that, you know, unless something crazy pops up. But yeah, I was trying to save money, and I think it's just going to be more fun to game hunt in the wild with some fellow video game enthusiasts than it would be to just buy a bunch of stuff online, which is normally, you know, what I'm relegated to doing, but I have this opportunity. Anyways, I'm rambling. I will show you what I did pick up for August. It's very minimal, but some stuff I'm actually excited about. The first one, I've been following this one on eBay for like a long time, probably a couple of years. A game I wanted to pick up, but I felt like it was always just like a little bit priced over what it's really worth, like buying at this time, day and age in the market. Even when I would see it priced for like decent, I would put in, and it would say accepting offers. I'd always put in what I felt was a reasonable amount for the game, and they would counter back with like no change from what the original price was. Don't put on eBay accepting offers if you don't want to accept offers. It's fine if you put a price and you don't want to take less than that. Just don't put accepting offers, because then you look like a jerk when you're not willing to negotiate at all. Anyways, this has been going for right around 20 bucks, 20 to 22. And I really just wanted to get it closer to 15. And I saw this listed for 12, no shipping cost, and it's complete. And I bought it right away because 12 is less than I was hoping to get. And it's The Testament of Sherlock Holmes for the PS3, but it's an Atlas game. And I used to be a big Sherlock Holmes fan, like, you know, back in like 7th, 8th grade, reading the stories and everything. I have no idea if this game is any good or not. Something I would definitely check out if I ever hook up my PS3 again. But to get it for what, you know, I'm going to consider a really good price, maybe $12 seems like too much to some people. Maybe it is. It's the cheapest I ever saw it on eBay, so I had to buy it. So that was number one. My only other eBay purchase, and before this game, I was at 775 PS2 complete in-box games. And I really want to work on that collection, but it's just so boring going on to pick up like Snickle Fritz and like shelf filler PS2 games on eBay. It's just not exciting. Finding a bunch of those in the wild is very exciting for me, but I don't want to buy them on eBay. Anyways, this one was like almost not half the price, but closer to half the price of all the other ones listed of the same title. And this one is sealed, like original condition. And it was super cheap. I cannot remember right offhand because it was so long ago what I paid for it, but I'll look it up and I'll try to remember to post it here, what I actually paid on eBay, which was a good price. And it's Prism Chapter 1, The Dark Unicorn. I still have to watch that movie, it's not called The Dark Unicorn, Death of a Unicorn. My kids want to watch it. We just haven't had time to sit down. Anyways, this looks like a kind of like a game right up my alley. I've never played it, but it's what's very nostalgic for me is I'm going to try to get it on camera here. It's got like the original like hollow seal that goes around. And like, this is how the games used to come with this top. Oh, it's just like, it's so nostalgic. The downside is I'll never open this because it has this on it. How could I be the one to ruin that perfect seal? So eventually, someday, I'm going to have to get another copy of this game that's already open that I can play. The good news is I won't even care if it's disc only, because I'll have the whole, this whole thing. So someday I'll hunt down another disc. Anyways, guys, 776 PS2 games, which my goal for the year is to get to 800. So 24 more games. We'll see if I can pull that off. Anyways, I was excited. I was happy to pick that up. Okay, then this one I did find. Video Games Monthly did have a decent sale. I don't know if it's still going on or if it was just like a permanent reduction in price on some of their games, but for both of these, I don't remember. No idea what I paid. Once again, if I remember, I'll put the price down below, but I felt like good deals. The first one, let's see if I can say it right. Onechanbara is Chaos, or is it like Z2 Chaos? I have no idea. I heard these are super cultured games that are definitely, unique in their regard. Someday I will bust this open and play it, but not a game I want to pay like crazy like eBay fees. This is, I think, just a reprint, so it was cheaper. Hopefully all the games go down. I don't know, but you could just tell by the cover. It's gonna be worth the play. And then the other one, I was very happy to find this for sale price. This one I think was actually cheaper than the Onechanbara game. And I've never played it, but way back in the day when I was poor, like right out of college, somebody I worked with got a cartridge called R4 for their, I think it was the DS, Nintendo DS, that had like hundreds of games on it. And it came with a little thumb drive, is that called a thumb drive? That had more games that you could like plug it in your computer and like switch the games that were actually on the cartridge. I was never smart enough to figure that out. But he asked if I wanted to get one. His buddy that made them, it was like, I don't know, 25 bucks or something for like hundreds of games on one cartridge. And one of the ones I ended up playing the most was Advanced Wars. And I loved it. I had never played it before that. And it was spectacular. Like, I ignored the whole list of games that were available on that little cartridge. Once I found Advance Wars, I was obsessed with trying to beat the levels. It was so hard, but it was so satisfying when you would try the same level for a few tries and you'd get pounded, but then you figure out where you had to move your troops or who you had to hit first, and then you just like take out the enemy and you're like, oh, it was such a good feeling. But anyways, this one looks cool because I love tactics games, and it's Metal Slug Tactics. I know this is more of like a 3D grid map, like Final Fantasy Tactics, stuff like that. But it I think it incorporates like the tanks and planes. It's as far as I can tell. I know it has people too, but so did Advance Wars. I'm hoping this is kind of like this, where you get to blow stuff up and I don't know, just have fun with it. I heard good things when it came out. It wasn't that long ago that this game came out, right? So I'm hoping it's good. I was very happy to find it for the price it did. Once again, I'll try to remember to put the prices in here. And then if you don't ever shop on Video Games Plus, I would check that website out. They have some of the best deals on games, and the shipping is usually pretty quick, especially if their games are already out. They get them out to you. And I've always had a really good experience with that company. So you should check them out. And then the last one, if you've never seen one of my videos before, I always try to pick up one complete in-box Sega Genesis game to add to the collection. I do love playing the Sega Genesis. It's one of my favorite retro consoles to go back to and just play for a little while. For whatever reason, I play that more than I play like Super Nintendo. I don't know why. I just am drawn the last couple of years more to Sega Genesis. I've been having a lot of fun with those games. So I'm working on that collection. And I love the clamshells, so that's one of the motivating factors for me to pick up that system. But this is a cool one. Never played it before. I played both of these franchises individually. Never played this game. And I don't even know if it plays more like one or the other, but we'll find out. It is Battletoads Double Dragon. It's a very nice, clean copy. I think once again, complete. I'm trying to get them all complete. And I think I did pay like a fairly reasonable price once again. I'm trying not to overspend on games that I don't have a ton of time to play right now anyways, so I'm really looking for deals. And this is super clean. It looks like a cool one. It's just like not a, kind of a generic sports title. So it's a fun one to add to the collection. I'm going to check this one out very soon. I haven't played it yet. I've actually been playing, the retro game I've been playing the most this last month or so is Crazy Taxi on Sega Gen, or on Dreamcast. I got one of those wheels that has like the actual pedals that you hook up to the wheel, like the gas and the brake. And it's just been very relaxing, nostalgic to play that. And oh man, the soundtrack, phenomenal. Oh, brings me back to my youth. But yeah, I've been playing that, or playing some Lunar on Switch, but haven't done a lot of retro stuff. Like I said, I haven't had a lot of time for game hunting, much less playing games this last month. It's just been kind of crazy. But that's how life be, right? Anyways, guys, that's it. It's just 5 games for the month. I really think this might be my worst month in terms of how many games I've picked up for a long time, but I think they're all quality games. I'm happy to add all these to the collection. So that's it for me. I managed to ramble so long that even though I only got 5 games, this video is still over 10 minutes. Anyways, that'll do it. You guys have a great month gaming. We'll hopefully have some fun content this month. All right, later everybody. Bye.